I actually kind of wanted to talk about lighting and what I thought about doing. And I kind of made a DIY, really expensive light for cheap. And it didn't involve me doing much except buying the items and plugging the bulbs in and stuff like that. So I'm being lit with now by a couple things and I'm just blinded, but I really wanted to up my game in regards to lighting and getting something better for my channel and for the freelance stuff that I do. Now, one of the most popular lights out there is Kino Flo and what they do, their fixtures and everything that they provide. But the problem is they're super pricey. They're worth the money if you have it, but I don't have $1,000 plus to spend on this stuff right now. So with that being said, I went on a mission to basically build my own type of light. And it's not this one. This one right here is the old one that I used to use a lot. That's a Linko light. It's building that guy right here, that 4-bank fixture for a fraction of the price. Own Diva-Lite, Kino Flo Diva-Lite, and I didn't have to spend $1,000. And I was sitting on my computer just basically where I'm at right now, and I was just thinking, I just need a few things. I just need the proper bulbs, the good bulbs, a decent lighting stand, and a basic 4-bank fixture. And you can buy this stuff from Kino Flo and all different things. None of this is sponsored, by the way. But the one big thing just came down to price. You could break it all off. Kino Flo 4-bank ballast is basically $300 or $400 alone, or the bank. Then you need the ballast to control all the wattage and everything, and it just all adds up. And the bulbs are about $130 a piece. Their Diva-Lite is actually the more affordable option, and you only need 55-watt bulbs, and you can buy those bulbs separately, and they're not specialized to just a thing. So I went onto Amazon, actually, and I decided I'm going to look for a 4-bank thing, and I found it, and that's what I found in this Limo Studio 4-light fixture, and it cost about $120. Now, I did see a couple of these on YouTube. I looked up a couple reviews, but the bulbs that they come with, which are right over here, give a green hue, and they're just not that good, which I'll show you and I'll test and I'll switch these out in 1 second, but this is what these look like. You go right here. These are the bulbs that this comes with. It does come with 4 of them, but like I said, they do give a green hue, and I'll notate that. And that's how I knew I should be looking into better bulbs. And I know the bulbs that Kino Flo uses for their Diva-Lite are 55 watt, and they will work in this fixture. So then I decided to go on B&H and buy those bulbs as well. I bought 4 of the 55 watt bulbs that you'll see in a second that came in this. I'll push these garbage ones aside to use this one right here. And once again, this is the 55 watt bulb that I used for Kino Flo, the 4 pins, and it's their true match lighting. CRI is 95 plus, so it's actually very, very accurate. And that's why a lot of people buy this Kino Flo stuff, is because it is super accurate lighting and the color is awesome, especially daylight, which I wanted. This is it right here. The cool thing about this, and I'll show you this with this off too, is that you can control how many fixtures you want on. This actually has 2. So you could do a 2-bank one and cut it in half. You could do nothing and show from there. And if you kind of see, being lit by my 85 watt daylight colored bulb from Linko Light, and the color is not the best. I mean, you can diffuse it and everything, but it's just not the best. But to show you this, I'm gonna switch over to my DSLR. So this is what it looks like right here. This is the 4-bank right here, the Limo Studio, whatever it is. You have your 120 volt connection here, and the only other problem is it's just a very short cord, so I'm running a long extension cord. So if you could pick up another one of these that are longer, you'll be better off. And it's not that hard. It just comes in a big box. It's like a 20-pound box, and you just have to attach this arm right here. You just screw these in on the side. It's very easy to do, and then you just make your clasp right here, and then that's about it. Now, like I said, this does come with these bulbs right here, and all you do, and hopefully you can kind of see, is that there's these little clasps right here, and I'll show you putting it in. Is you put the clasp in here, you open them up, slide the bulb in right here, slide the 4 pins in down. You'll see this red tab click, and you're good to go. Now, when you get this, it'll have some kind of pink film inside, and you just pull that out. It doesn't matter. The pictures, you don't really need that on there. Now, if you didn't want to buy other bulbs and just use the ones that they came with, you can buy this gel, anti-green gel. It's pink, and it will take some of the green hue away. Personally, I still don't like that. That's why I want something like this. So I wanted great bulbs, and that's why I went with these as well. These Kino bulbs are only like 23 bucks a piece, so you can go from there and decide what you need. You get a great coverage of light, you get a ton of power, and it just works. They're very good bulbs, and you could do what you need for the price. And it does kind of replicate the Diva-Lite that's worth over $1,000. So for about under $250, you're getting a similar look. Now, is the build quality and the reliability going to be there, and the customer service? Most likely not, but once again, you're spending a quarter of the price. So now I have the main light on right here with the 4 banks, and it's great because it also comes with the barn doors, so that way you can sculpt and mold the light as to what you need. So if you want more spread that hits more of the background, you can open them up a little bit. But even if you just want to kind of cut off the light to be a little bit more, while covering the sides, and to be more specific with the light, you can do that. As you see, it's not really hitting the face. And if I open them up a little bit more, you'll see it's now covering more of my face and everything. But the other perk comes from, once again, being able to, cut the light in half. So right now, I'm at an 80th of a second, and I'm even overexposed. At 125th on the shutter, just to show you the power, ISO 640, and I'm at an f4. So now if I cut the light in half, you see I'm really cut in half. So to match, I'll even lower the shutter. I'm at about an 80th now. I could move the f-stop, but this is basically all I'm saying. So you got the top half off, the bottom half on, and once again, you just have more power, more control over your light, and it's a better quality light. You're getting that true blue. This is the Kino Flo bulbs in. I'm gonna switch these out for the other ones right now. So you'll notice that they're decently bright, but they're giving more of a green kind of cast. You'll notice that it's more of a green type of hue coming onto this, and that's just because the quality of the bulbs aren't good. But going back from these green ones to the regular ones, I had to adjust the settings because it was a little brighter going back to these, but this is what it looks like now. Daylight, 5500 bulbs that are true accurate lighting, and that's why these colored bulbs and getting good light is super important, so that way you're not spending time editing and post for photo and video. You're getting something that's good. So for under $250, you could build a light like this. Links to everything down below, just so that way you can look into it yourself. It was actually very hard to find a 4-bank fixture. There are a lot of 2-bank ones out there, but if you want to do stuff like this is really kind of the only one that I found. So if you know of other ones that don't break the bank, let me know down below as well. But here you go. This limo 4-bank fixture, Kino Flo 55 watt lights. Pretty good in my opinion.